عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. This is lesson number 1 regarding Tajweed basics. And as you know, Tajweed is a science. You could learn the theory. It is consistent. It will be applied everywhere in the same way. However, you learn it by practicing. So even though you know the theory, you might find yourself not doing it as you should. So the best way is always to read with a sheikh, whether a female teacher or a male teacher, because he or she will be able to pay attention more to you and look at the things you can focus on. So use this as a theory. It is basic tajweed, but feel free to attend the halaqa for male on Sundays after Isha, or for females the one online with the sisters. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. لماذا نتعلم التجويد? Why do we learn Tajweed? This is one of the questions. You could reply easily by saying the main reason is so that you read properly. You read the Quran the same way the Prophet ﷺ read the Quran, the same way the companions read the Quran, the same way the Tabi'een read the Quran, the same way scholars read the Quran, the same way Arabs read the Quran, Arabs who lived in the peninsula in the first 200 years of Hijrah. So this could be the reason. You are learning the Tajweed so that you learn it correctly. However, there is multiple stuff you could consider. It is not like learning a new language or learning how to read, because when you learn the Tajweed, you will use it for. Because whenever you learn anything, you need to learn the objective, right? Why am I learning this? You will use it for reading the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is huge. Having the words of Allah, being able to read it, being able to reflect upon it, being able to memorize it and recite it in your prayers, all of this is something that you will not be able to do it properly unless you learn how to read it properly, unless you keep reading and reading and reading until reading the Quran is easy on your tongue. Once it is very easy on your tongue, it will be easier for you to reflect upon the ayat. If you are already struggling with reading, then how are you going to read good amount? How are you going to read the ayah in its context? You will find a lot of hardship. But once you learn how to read, you learn how to read properly, you will be able to read the book of Allah, read the words of Allah, reflect upon it. Not only this, the Prophet ﷺ said that for every letter you read in the Quran, you get a hasana. And for every hasana, you get 10 times the reward, right? So you need to have all those intentions in mind, so that when you start learning the Tajweed, you find a little bit of difficulty in the beginning. Step by step, moving forward, in the future, you will find yourself being able to read, and inshallah, you find yourself memorizing as well. So look at the end result, remind yourself of the intentions, and inshallah, it will help you out. And of course, this is a short answer for why you need to learn the Tajweed. Some of the scholars said learning the Tajweed is wajib. You have to, so that you read the book of Allah properly. Lesson number 2 is going to be in a separate recording.